Hi guys, welcome back. This week Sven is going to show you how he cleaned and finished up a lot of bits and bobs in the dash area. You can see that at this point our subfloor doesn't go all the way to the front of the bus. So the goal for this week was to finish the subfloor, and to do this we had to remove these plastic casings around the heater core and eventually the heater core itself, and then construct that final piece of the subflooring. So you can see he's attached this strap here to support the dashboard while he removes this plastic covering. Once that cover was off, he could access and remove the heater itself, which we decided we no longer needed since the bus was going to remain mostly stationary. Sven removed all the brackets and attachments from both sides, and then the heater core was ready to come out. And once that lifted out from under the dash, then it exposed all these little vent holes that the heater was using. So now we have to cover these in order to construct the subfloor. The first step here was to remove all the leftover unnecessary brackets. Then he wire brushed down around the holes and sanded them down nice and smooth. Then he applied a layer of rusty metal primer. And contrary to what you see here, we do not recommend using your t-shirt as a respirator. Just go ahead and use the proper tools if you're spray painting. Now this material here is what we use to cover up all these holes, and it's a composite material. It's an aluminum sandwich sheeting. It's super easy to work with. You just score the material with a cutter and then break it along the score. So right now he's measuring out these pieces to fit perfectly over the holes. Now, while waiting for the primer to dry up all the way on those holes, Sven is starting to work on the spacers for the subfloor. And once the primer is dry and ready to go, he begins applying the glue to secure the panels over these holes, and this is a high strength 3M weather resistant sealant. With that finished, Sven moved on to finishing the subfloor. So this front part of the bus was tricky because it was not a uniform size, so you'll see he measures a lot to get the exact lengths and widths of all of his pieces of wood. With the spacers down, which are the bones of the subfloor, he's ready to put in our foam insulation, which we put 2 layers of throughout the entire bus. And finally now, Sven finishes off the subfloor by cutting down and screwing in our OSB. One final adjustment was to put this temporary support in place so that we could remove that bright orange strap and use this until we could build a new frame for all of our electronics in the dash. And with that, this week's job was complete. Stick around, and next week we're going to bring you our spray foam video.